when they recommend, so you'll have one here. We also have another one here, and we also have another one here. Your smart panel, your electrical panel, down to your grounding rod, which is right here. You won't see this because they'll be covered up in sheetrock.
Okay, what is that?
This is called your, instead of having a grounding rod outside, like, this is actually a eucalypt ground, which when you use steel in your footing, foundation, code requires us to attach your grounding agent to that. So instead of having a 4-foot rod down the ground, you got hundreds of feet of steel that's actually conducts your grounding. So it's way better.
Nice.
You don't want air infiltration because that actually can change your it for heating and cooling your home, and it makes your house more efficient. This will be where your TV box will be, and then you can run it, your TV will mount it on the wall. It's got a 2x4 in there, and it's actually screwed in. See the screws that are sitting there?
So that's just the regular lights right here?
Yes, that's your recessed light. So that one should be a disc light. You should have another disc light here, another one here, another one here. So this is actually hooked to your smart box downstairs. So this helps. It's a repeater for your internet. And you also have another one roughed in up there for serial as well. You can also see your ductwork. Your ductwork is all 26 gauge steel. And you see that it's been taped underneath and then sealed with mastic, which is it just helps seal that ductwork to make sure all the air is going where we want it to go. Once we go into insulation, I have a third party come out, and they actually connect to these lines. They'll put they'll cover this up here. They'll go upstairs and they'll put a negative draw on the ductwork to see if it has any leaks.
Oh, okay.
And if it does, we have a certain standard that we set that if it's above that, we're going to come fix it. So that's why they say leave your doors open as much as possible, because it allows the air to flow.
Oh, I'm learning something.
So that's important. So that's why we put the air transfer grills in, where even if you have the door shut, air is able to exit that room. So you can actually. So this is one of my first inspections that we go through before we do any trade inspections. So this is why we have sheetrock on here already. This is your mechanical room. So this is where your hot water tank's going to sit in this location here, and your HVAC system's going to sit right here. So this is your return from the kitchen below.
Gotcha.
So this is will be pulling air in here. This will be pulling air in here to your unit, and this duct right here pushes it back out and supplies the air for upstairs and downstairs. During the winter, this could actually dry that out and dry that trap out and then cause sewer gas to the home. This is a trap primer. This trap primer, what it does is put about a quarter cup of water in it a day, so it eliminates it from happening. That's something we'll cover at the walkthrough. This is a homework. We'll see if you remember it when we get to the walkthrough. Which it means is when you have a receptacle, it's actually that one right there. You see the SR right above it means switch receptacle. So when you walk in the room, you can visually identify which one it is without knowing, and it's only going to be your top plug. The bottom plug will work like a normal plug. Just the top one will be controlled by that switch. So if you plug your lamp in here, you can turn that lamp on when you walk in the room.
Okay.
So each bedroom will have that, regardless of whether you have a ceiling fan or anything else.
Oh, good. Okay.
This is not a pop quiz, but we're also install Able Air filtration system, which is a 3-inch pleated filter that actually connects to your unit. So once you move in, you remove the filters out of the walls. You don't have to replace them because I've got you a year filter. You don't have to get back up there and change it periodically. All you have to do is come to this mechanical room, pull off the cover, it slides out, slide a new one in, you're done. Code is L over 240. I mean, that's how many pounds per square foot that you're allowed to have before, that's what code requires. We're L over 480. We're double what code requires. So you don't get the bouncy, sloppy floors. You get a solid, firm floor that you have confidence that you're walking through.
Alright, I like it.
You also have in the ceiling here, right there, another repeater for your internet. Your unit runs for every hour it runs, it'll bring in 10 minutes of fresh air.
Right.
So it helps keep fresh air pouring into your home. And we actually condition it before it gets distributed to your house so we don't throw raw air out in your house. so you don't get hot spots and cold spots.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, we just finished our walkthrough, actually our pre-drywall walkthrough. And sir, can you introduce yourself for us?
Yes, I'm Stephen Humphreys. I'm the construction manager for West Broad Landing.
All right, well, thank you. We appreciate you taking time out to chat with us. Can you tell us a little bit about what that inspection is all about? What is the pre-wall inspection all about?
The pre-drywall meeting is basically an introduction for the construction crew and meeting the homeowner for the first time. For the most time, we've already met this homeowner in particular before, but we always like to have a face and name to everything going on, so we have a more personal approach to everything. And what we do is we go explain everything behind the walls, so the homeowner knows what they're buying and sees the extra stuff that we do to their home, with their home, to make it a better product. And so I want them to feel comfortable with the home, you know, before we ever go into sheetrock, before they go to closing. So when we get to that process of the build, that they feel that they're totally on board, 100%, you know, behind what's going on, and it makes the whole experience so much better.
Great. Well, you did a fabulous job. I learned some things. I've been doing this for quite a while. I learned some things here today, so I really appreciate it. I don't do a lot of condo business, so it's really intriguing to see some of the differences. And I know you've done condos and single-family detached, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what are some of the things? I saw you had a real big book there. What is that book you have there?
This right here is all the information I have for the whole building. So all my selections for every unit, for every homeowner, I have everything here. This is more or less my Bible for the home. I have it all on my computer as well, but I've been doing this for long enough. I'm kind of stuck in my old ways of doing things, so I like to have things tangible. And it helps for our meetings like today. So if there's something going on, there's a question on a location of something, I have it right here, and I can reference it back to it and make sure either A, my trade did it right, or B, it was just confusion that was correct.
Great. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time out, sir. And I'm really impressed with the product that you have here, and more importantly, your professionalism. We really appreciate it, from your interaction to the interaction of the sales staff. I think Stanley Martin definitely runs a tight ship.
But yes, we do. And we care about what we do.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And we will see you on walkthrough day when we actually hand over the keys, all right?
It'll be exciting.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we just finished our pre-drywall walkthrough, and this, of course, is our new buyer. How are you doing, ma'am?
Great.
What did you think about today? Did you kind of know what to expect, or were you apprehensive? Tell us about what you were feeling before arriving today.
I was just a little nervous, but I knew what to expect. I had already met the construction manager before I came here today, and he's a very nice gentleman. We walked around the property. He showed me where everything was, and wires and sprinkler system, and just explained how things work. He's very approachable. I feel like anything I didn't understand, I could ask, and I know I can approach him for questions, more questions down the road. So just very comfortable with the process.
Wonderful. Well, we're right now in the model home. Your home looks much different than this. What do you think about your plans? Are you excited about? You're coming into Richmond from someplace else. Are you excited about this area?
I am. I'm very excited. I'm coming from Roanoke or Star City. I'm very excited to move. I'm very excited to get my other home sold and come on here. I'm going to have more room. I'm going to be closer to more things to do. So I'm very excited.
So we talked about that terrace upstairs, and I covered actually a video and showed the terrace. At first you were a little apprehensive about the terrace, and then you decided you could use that space. Is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Well, I know you've got great plans. I know you were talking already today with the construction manager about cookouts, and you're going to be facing the terrace, which is some good common area. And you handpicked that location, correct?
Correct. I sure did.
Tell us a little bit about the selection process. What was that like?
Just like designing the place.
You got to pick your finishes. What kind of finishes did you pick?
The design process, I've never done new construction before, so I was very nervous, but it's actually very, very easy. You know exactly what's standard, you know exactly what is not standard. You have samples to look at, and your designer She helps you make good decisions. If you're like a little on the fence, you don't know you should do this or that. Even with the smart home wiring appointment, where you design where you want your outlets, where you design where you want, if you want surround sound, where you want your TVs mounted. Very, very easy process as well. So I'm very, very happy with this process.
Wonderful. So we are excited for you, and we should be closing about when?
November 30th.
Oh, she knows the date down to the day. Awesome. Well, I'm going to put you on the spot here. When that day comes around, will you allow us to walk through and see your beautiful new home?
Sure, absolutely. I might look a little disheveled and crazy. Sure, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, my viewers love to see a happy homeowner, and you clearly are on your way to being one. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.